Oh, sorry guys, I'm just making sure I look good. Okay, so it was on that and then... Ah, fuck it, I always look good. Let's do this. Hey guys, how's it going? I am the most attractive FIFA YouTuber of all time, and my name is also the Masterbucks. And guys, welcome to my first ever episode, my first inaugural, if you will, J-Bucks medal ceremony for one of my Southend United Road to Glory career mode seasons. Of course, the first one. Now, we're going to be doing one of these ceremonies at the end of every single season of Southend United. So, this being the first one makes it special. Of course, how it's going to work is, because this is the first one and you guys need the lowdown, we're going to be giving out a couple of awards apart from the J-Bucks medal itself, which of course goes to the best and fairest, but we're going to be giving away a few awards for awards such as the best transfer, best under 21 player, so the best youth player. We've also got other awards which I like quite funny, like the biggest flop. We're also going to be, what am I trying to say? We're also going to be announcing goal of the season as voted by you guys, and then of course, throughout the entire thing, we'll be announcing votes and we'll be announcing the leaderboards, updating them, and finding out who is the recipient of the inaugural J-Bucks medal. And here it is, right here, ladies and gentlemen. This is what my players are playing for, guys. It's a big honour to win this award, and it's an even bigger honour to be the first one to win this award. Who will be the first recipient of the J-Bucks medal? Only time will tell. But until then, guys, we are going to get right underway, because I made myself a bit of a promise that I wanted to try to keep this under 10 minutes. I was hoping to roll with the punches in every game, get out the votes for all of the players, but we're just going to get straight into it, and I'm going to be doing them 10 games by 10 games by 10 games, but you know, I'll explain that to you a little later on. For now, we're going to get on with the first award of the night, and ladies and gentlemen, it is a personal favourite of mine, the best transfer. So of course, guys, in a year which we made maybe about 10 or 11 players which like actually came into the club, not even just general transfers, just only players that actually came to the club. It's amazing. Some of those players actually leaving within the same season, but still, we had an amazing, all I'm trying to say is we had a ton of players coming to the team that were transferred into the team. So with so much competition, who was going to be the best transfer? And with so many good players, who was going to be the best transfer? Well, the duty fell on me. I had to pick a winner, and really, even though we made a lot of really good transfers and they were great in their own rights, there was one that really stood out for me. His name, and the winner of the best transfer of the 2012-2013 season, is Filippo Boniperti. For me, a great pickup. Got him for relatively cheap compared to some of the other players that we bought, and yeah, he's absolutely sublime. I cannot get enough of this bloke. This bloke is absolutely fantastic on the ball, statistically as well. Like, he obviously doesn't have amazing stats for someone of his overall, but consistently, like, his stats are so consistent, it's fantastic, which means when he grows, all of his other stats are going to be growing with him. He could turn into like a complete midfielder, or a bit of a hybrid between a complete midfielder and a complete forward. It's completely amazing. This player was great. He'll have a great, he's got fantastic potential. We should get around about 85 if we're lucky. And not only that, but right here, right now, he's a fantastic player to work with. So great on the ball, and an absolutely deserving winner of the best transfer of 2012-2013. Now guys, it is time for me to move on to the J-Bucks medal itself, the reason why we're all here, the entire reason we're here. It's the main event of the night. And of course, guys, how it's going to work is, at the end of every game which I played, and we played every single game of the season, a total of 61 in all, at the end of every game, I gave out votes. 1 vote to the third best player, 2 votes to the second best player, and 3 votes to the best player, all coming from my squad, obviously. We ended up allocating those votes. We do the same for the end of every game, and how it's going to work, because I want to try to get through this nice and quickly, we're going to be doing them 10 games by 10 games by 10 games. So, how it's going to work right now is we are going to have a look at the first 10 games, the votes, tally them up, and let's have a look at the leaderboard. And as they're populating, you can see that Freddie Eastwood, on 13 votes, is currently leading the J-Bucks medal. On 9 votes, in second place is Ryan Hall, 8 Azugwe, 5 votes to Phillips, and tied for 5th, 4 for Kumachero, and 4 for Cresswell. Now, let's not forget as well, guys, that the only way that you can win the J-Bucks medal is if you're at the club at the end of the season. You're allowed to be brought in during the summer transfer window or the January transfer window, but you cannot have left the club in order to win. You have to be at the club at the end of the year in order to win. So, a few of those players immediately, and namely, the actual player that's leading at the moment, Freddie Eastwood, is ineligible. So at the moment, the technical actual leader at the moment of the J-Bucks medal is Ryan Hall himself. So, moving on to the next award. And just imagine this was an actual ceremony where, you know, like an auditorium full of hundreds of people, all the players, their family, their friends, and then I announce the biggest flop of 2012-2013. Now guys, when I started this career mode, I thought it would be pretty easy to pick a flop of the season, only because we're not really working with the best rated players in the game, but I was wrong. A lot of these players are actually quite good, especially for their overall, and even some I would think are probably rated or deserve to be rated even better compared to their on-the-ball performance. But for one player in particular, that's not the case, and to be honest, he's one of my highest potential players, and his name, Gabriel. He gets the biggest flop of 2012-2013 season, only because when we got him, you know, he's a very high potential player, but at the same time, I played him and he just wasn't really clicking, you know what I mean? Like, he didn't have great, what am I trying to say? He didn't really have great, I'm losing it. He did not have great consistency, is all I'm trying to say, in terms of form. He would either have a good game, not a great game where he did one or two things okay, and then he'd just have an absolute shit game where he had absolutely nothing. And at times I felt like he was playing for the other team. He was just really bad with his form. He wasn't really that good on the ball, and he's going to be an amazing player. He's one of my highest, if not my highest potential player in the squad. So I'm absolutely hoping that he proves me wrong in the next couple of years. And yeah, but unfortunately we do need to pick a flop of the year, and unfortunately, or flop of the season, and unfortunately, Gabriel, mate, it's going to be you this time. So we're going to move on. Here come the next 10 games of the J-Bucks medal. So after 20 rounds, or after 20 games, let's have a look at the leaderboard. So as they populate, you can see, here we go, 24 votes, currently leading is Eastwood, so he still takes top spot, even though he isn't eligible, but the second spot going to Ryan Hall on 21 votes, and he is eligible, so 21 votes, Ryan Hall leading at the moment. In third place is Kumachero on 12, 10 Asombalonga working his way into the top 5, and Azugwe on 9. Now let's keep in mind, in the top 5, only one of those players is eligible for the award, so Ryan Hall is actually putting a bit of work in. He's really getting a bit of, a little bit of pace going. He's really starting to make a gap. So, moving on to the next award. And this award, of course, is going to be a big one, especially for this career mode and how it works, bringing in all these young players. It is the best young player of the season. Now, of course, this player has to be 21 years of age or under. So, we brought in a lot of players and already had a lot of players in that age bracket. We probably got maybe about, close to 10, I would think. So, there's a lot of players to work from. But the player that I'm going to pick might surprise you, because he's not a midfielder, he's not even a striker or an attacker, he's a defender, and his name is Nathan Archie. Nathan Archie wins the best youth player of the 2012-2013 season, only because I knew he was going to be a bit of a tough pick or a tough transfer, especially when he's coming across from Chelsea. He did end up being that. Of course, I had to trade my best centre back at that time to get him, Bill Mosney. So yeah, but in the end, I think it was a good pick, because he's been fantastic for me. He's grown by a fair bit. And as well as that, he does extremely well in just his position in general right here, right now. He's going to get even better in the future. I can see this bloke becoming an absolute superstar, hopefully. But yeah, Nathan Archie, he's done a great job in the time he's been here, so he gets the youth player of the season. Congratulations to you, mate. Okay guys, so we are 3 awards down, and now let's have a look at, after 30 games, where we're at in the J-Bucks medal. So, back to the leaderboard. And having a look at it, and Ryan Hall has gone outright top, not just in eligibility, but in total votes on 37, Eastwood on 32, 14 Kumachero, 13 Azugwe, and 11 Asombalonga, dropping to 5th. Now, we are seriously making a bit of progress, and we've got a little bit of time left, so we're going to keep on going. Now, the next award, and the final award before we move on to goal of the season, is the most improved player of the season. Now, this is going to be an interesting one, especially with all the potential players, or all the high potential players that we're getting, all these young kids that are going to be growing by tons. But this might surprise you, because the player that actually wins this award wasn't one of those. He was at the club from day one. His name? Anthony Straker. Anthony Straker wins my most improved player of the season. Why? Because he is a left back, and even though he's not really old, he's a good, pacey, strong, on the ball player. He's really good to work with. He's good with the ball at his feet. He does well, nice physical player. And as well as that, we played him in a lot of very advanced position for a left back. We played him in the left midfielder, worked him into the middle and the centre mid, and even later on in the season, more importantly, or most notably the last game of the season, a centre attacking midfielder role. And he did extremely well. We pushed him forward, advanced. He wasn't all too good at the start, but then he got better and better and better, got a few goals in those positions. I mean, he is by far the most improved player. He's grown by maybe about 4 or maybe possibly even 5 overall points. It's absolutely fantastic. He's done extremely well. Now, this might sound a little bit harsh, but I do intend on selling every single player or every single senior player that we had at the club before I got there, and replace them with young potential players, or high potential players. So even though it sounds harsh, it will happen. But I tell you what, Straker's definitely going to be one of the last to go, if not the last to go, because I absolutely love him. He's a great player to have. And yeah, Anthony Straker, congratulations. You win the most improved player of 2012-2013 in a squad full of 17, 18-year-old high potential players. So that's saying something. Okay guys, that is it for all the awards, and now the next 10 games in the J-Bucks medal. So this is after 40 games, ladies and gentlemen, and having a look at the leaderboard. And you can see here now, Ryan Hall just extending his lead gigantically at 46 votes. Eastwood on 37, 23 Kumachero, 17 to Sambalonga, and the man himself who just won the Most Improved Player award gets into the top 5, Straker on 15. So Ryan Hall, at this point in time, let's not forget, ladies and gentlemen, this is when we started bringing in some of those new players in January transfer window. Players like Bonnie Purty and Barcroft and a whole bunch of other players that should be getting a fair bit of votes. And let's keep in mind, Ryan Hall gets injured towards the end of the season and misses a lot of time. So that might have a little bit to do with how the J-Bucks medal goes towards in the end run. But yeah, that is it for now. And guys, this is going to be a bit of a highlight. We are now going to see who is the winner of the goal of the season. Now, of course, guys, as we look at the nominations, nominee number 1, Filippo Bonnie Purty, of course, in the last game of the season, they whip it across to him. He gets a brilliant overhead kick and puts it in the net fantastically. A brilliant little overhead kick. I don't score many of them, so when I do, of course, they're quite special. And of course, guys, let's not forget, that was the last game of the season. We needed to get a win, and we won 2-1. And that was the second goal that we scored. So technically, that goal actually won us the league title as a result of winning that game. If that goal could have gotten any more awesome, it just did. Now moving on to nominee number 2, Ryan Hall's brilliant little free kick, which does take a deflection off the wall, but a fantastic little curler straight into the net. A fantastic long range free kick, brilliantly done, Ryan Hall. Moving on to nominee number 3, and that man Gabriel with an incredible mid-air interception, brilliantly done, goes right back to our team. We started a very nice, beautiful flowing movement, gets into Ryan Hall, and he finishes beautifully in the top right-hand corner against Tottenham in an FA Cup draw. So that is saying something against top of the league teams, brilliant sort of stuff, and yeah, it was just a really great goal, well done. Now moving on to goal number 4, and this is Eastwood's amazing strike right in the top left-hand corner. Look how tight that is and how close that is to the corner. The keeper does not even move because he knows if that's going in, he's fucked. So, and he was, because there is no way anyone's reaching that. Neuer, no. Casillas, fuck no. No one is reaching that. I mean, look, I think if it was even just a little bit to the left, it would have hit in the post. It's almost the perfect apex. A brilliant strike from Eastwood. And finally, the 5th and final nomination of the goal of the season contenders, and it is a brilliant tackle from Uruguay, getting possession in the dying moments of the game, whipping in a through ball into Ali, and a great little half volley into the corner to put us up and get the first goal of the game in the 88th minute, essentially winning the game for us. So it was a great little bit of tackle, great through ball, fantastic finish, and a goal to win us the game in the 88th minute is always special. But guys, there is only going to be one winner, and it is voted by you guys in the video before the goal of the season video. So yeah. And guys, I'm just going to come straight out and say that this goal won it in like the first 1 minute. So yeah, it's pretty obvious who won. It's Filippo Bonnie Purty's overhead kick. Goal number 1 is the goal of the season. So congratulations to Filippo Bonnie Purty for not only winning the best transfer, but getting the goal of the season. It's been a good night for you, mate. But how will you fare in the J-Bucks medal? Of course, you're now in the squad at this point. You are getting votes, and after 50 games, this is how it looks, ladies and gentlemen. And here we go, guys. At 50 games, Ryan Hall on 59 votes, Eastwood on 37, Kumachero on 23, Sambalonga on 17, and Straker on 16. And ladies and gentlemen, I'll just really quickly mention, with the amount of games left to go and Ryan Hall's lead, it is uncatchable, and he will win the first inaugural J-Bucks medal. So congratulations to him. We're going to really quickly get through the remaining 11 games. So after 61 games in total, this is what the final result, or what the final leaderboard looks like. On top with 59 votes is Ryan Hall. Congratulations to him. He wins the J-Bucks medal. 37 votes Eastwood, 29 votes to Bonnie Purty. He comes third. Kumachero on 23 and Barcroft on 20. So congratulations to you guys. You have done fantastically well, but again, it's Ryan Hall. It's all Ryan Hall. Congratulations to him. Join me in a round of applause. Well done, Ryan Hall. And that is it, guys. Thank you for watching the first ever J-Bucks medal ceremony for one of my Southend United Road to Glory career mode seasons. There'll be plenty more where that came from, trust me. Again, guys, please, thank you so much for watching, and thank you for getting this far into the video, of course. I know it's quite a long one, but still, do not forget to drop a like and show your support, because, guys, I'm trying to be as innovative and creative as possible and bring my own sort of, you know, jazz hands, pizzazz to, or whatever the fucking word is, to the FIFA community, and trying to bring in a little bit of freshness from all the traditional like on the mic, just talking over gameplay stuff. I want to be nice and creative with it, and I'm hoping that this is to your liking. So still, drop a like if you can, it's fantastic. And don't forget to comment as well on just the general video, like in general. I already said what? General video in general? Whatever. Moving on, just put a comment in the comment section saying anything like, oh, maybe players you agreed with awards, or someone you thought probably deserved recognition that didn't get any, or anything at all. Drop it in there, and most importantly, let's not forget to keep up to date with all my Southend United Road to Glory career mode videos, that you are subscribed to my channel. Of course, hit that button right below. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and I am yours again, the Masterbucks. Now guys, before I leave you, I just thought I'd really quickly mention, now that we've finished our first season of Southend United, I'm actually going to be taking a break with them, so yeah, I'm going to try to keep it fresh. At the end of every season with Southend, we go and do another team in career mode, just to keep things fresh, so I'm not absolutely just, you know, spamming you with Southend United. I'm sure some of you would like that, but the majority of you probably would want me to keep on doing other teams as well. So, I will be doing another team, and guys, the team I'm going to be doing is Borussia Dortmund. So the first German team I'm ever doing for a career mode on my YouTube. So yeah, get ready for that, guys. If this video hits 350 likes, piss easy, I'll upload it. As soon as it does, I'll upload episode 1 of that Borussia Dortmund career mode. So thanks for watching, guys. I'm yours again with the Masterbucks. Do not forget 350 likes. Don't forget to comment and subscribe. And that's it for me. Thanks for watching. I'm yours again with the Masterbucks, and I hope you'd enjoyed. Catch you later. Bye bye.